Hey, welcome to the X-1 Legion cast. It's Randy, Mitchum, Matt, and Reagan, and a child. Yeah, we're here to talk about Star Wars Legion. Thanks for joining us, Reagan. Thanks for joining us, baby. If you're watching audio only, you're slightly confused. That's okay.
Yeah.
Because you should go subscribe to our YouTube because we're getting close to 600, and I would love to hit that before the end of the year. Why? Because I have to make goals for myself to feel things. So, anyways, God, man, this is going terribly. Okay. Anyways, you know what? We just turned to our tried and true thing. Let's go to hobby harassment.
There we go.
There we go. Beautiful.
Mitchell, your table's done.
It is. And the Discord has been quiet. The people have been pleased. Yeah, there's nothing looming on Matt's behind Matt at all. There's no daunting tasks coming up at all. Yeah, it's been nice to kind of be done. I haven't done anything else. Holidays are coming up and everything. I've been looking at getting an airbrush. I'm getting a lot of advice from the Discord and stuff. So I think I'm going to have to get one to do that ATTE, or I'll just go insane. So
It's just funner too.
Yeah, and I know. I don't know. It seems very daunting to me because I don't know, but we'll see. I'll figure it out. I think I'll have some help. Hopefully. I've been building a lot of stuff though. I have a custom Jedi box. I've been building my clone starter box and everything. So lots of glue, lots of magnets, lots of washers. Yeah, getting ready for the new year and all the new stuff. So
I want the listener to understand though that immediately when the table was done, a few of us did the noble deed and asked, "What can we harass Mitchum about next?" And we're running out of things to harass Mitchum about. I'm worried for the state of our community when we're not going to be able just to mercilessly send the United States Army after Mitchum. So,
don't worry, they'll find
trying.
something. They'll find something.
We're working together to figure out how we can keep this an important bit for all of us.
I still haven't hit my 60 models this year. And
How?
I think I'm at like 55 of 60.
I mean, I'm doing worse than you, but I just feel like that table alone should have put you over the top.
There's a lot of like small pieces I didn't count, and I still think I need to paint a big vehicle this year. I have one.
Oh,
so
maybe an ATTE, perhaps.
That maybe ATTE. I do have a saber tank back here that I need to paint. So which I think I might paint up because I want to do some tour duty with that thing and the new 212.
Is that a first, second, or third for 212?
Huh?
Is that your first, second, or third saber?
It'll be my first.
Okay.
So just I only have one. I bought it way back, and then I was like, oh, this thing isn't good. So I do have another lat laying around, but I need to it needs to go to the model hospital and get reglued. So, but yeah, so that's kind of the immediate goals, and then next year maybe I'll let the community set me up for failure next year. I don't know. Maybe.
I don't know. I really like doing that myself.
It's true.
I will say I aspire to one day paint 60 models in a year ever. My painting at this point, you all saw in Oklahoma, is spray it black and dry brush some fun colors on it. So we're getting there.
Hey, it still looks good.
3-color standard,
Yeah.
baby.
I get more compliments on my spray black dry brush than I do on real painting. So
yeah.
You
have a brand now, so it's kind of like
I know. Why would I work hard when I can not work hard and look pretty? So
yeah, if you want to see these amazing dry brush models, you can go check it out. Stream. Reagan was.
I'd watch the first round 3 stream, not the round 5 stream, if I were you. But
yeah, don't watch the Evan game. But
unless you want to see Evan just dunk on a list that survived longer than it should have, that's you could watch Evan cook. Shout out to Evan Paul, just running roughshod over us. But
yeah, it was.
Yeah, that flop was rough.
It's okay. We don't have to get into details there. It was a lot of fun. Evan's a great player.
Do you think if he would have failed that ion roll, do you think it would have really made any
I would have
difference
lost on
at
like
all?
round 4 or 5 instead of round 2.
Yeah. It delays a round. I
It
think.
delays around.
At
yeah.
least.
Okay.
I think it comes down to like if I'm able to put enough that Boba can play the Rocket round 3 to kill Grievous top around, I think there's actually a play. But
Yeah.
there wasn't. And we had fun. I didn't think the list would even come close to final top table. So
Yeah.
it was a
What
fun
did you
time.
bounty?
Bounty Grievous and Sunfac.
Yeah, makes sense.
Because I figured those would be things that in an ideal game, if I play well, they have to play the game. Grievous obviously has to play, and if I'm doing okay, Sunfac probably has to play.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay. Makes
Didn't
sense.
want to put it on either of the droids because they can probably not play the game if they don't want to. But
Any models for you, Reagan? Anything in the can that you're putting together for some sweet lists?
let's see. I have. I keep looking at this 212 stuff. It's really calling to me. All of these. I don't think it's particularly good. But at this point, my guessing of what lists are good and bad is totally off. So maybe it's really good. Who knows? So I'll probably be putting some work in on some more some marksmen in the near future. I actually paint my clones, which is it's a bummer. It actually requires effort. But we'll probably be in there, and I have some rebels that I actually like need to finish. I think I only have tournament lists that I've played with rebels painted. Everything else is gray, so we'll get there, or we won't, because I'll keep thinking I'm going to play rebels, and I'll just keep playing other stuff that's not rebels. So I think we all have that problem.
I feel that.
Yeah.
Even the Cassian super fleets. I have some gorgeously painted super fleets that I got from our friend James Russell. So I don't even have to paint those to play them. So those are going to see the table.
He is really good.
To all of our dismay, because Cassian super fleets are disgusting.
Yeah. Cassian super fleets is, I think that's behind what? Callus super storms maybe, or Callus riots?
Yeah, I think they just the thing with the Cassian stuff is I was watching a game. I went down to didn't play in our local this weekend. I had my folks in town, but my dad and I swung down, and we get there, and there's a Cassian model that's literally just Cassian, and he's still rolling like 11 dice. And it's so the Cassian
that unit is just really stupid still with just the heavy.
It's make 10 men feel like 100.
Yeah.
And it makes 2 models feel like 11 because it does. But I think Callus, we don't even get totally off track. The Callus builds are interesting. I'm a little worried that the Callus builds uniquely are not that much better than what they already are. And it's kind of like, is that 30 points better? I'm not sure. I think the Riot build probably is. And the Cassian build, in contrast, is like this unit is kind of Bad Batch when it wants to be. And it's really, and it doesn't trade. Like, that's the thing. Normally, you put 2 shots into a super fleet, like, okay, it's 4 dice, whatever. But now it's not. And attrition changing is really scary and good.
Yeah. No, that's a good point.
It's an interesting space for white save armies.
Oh, 100%. I think there's some really cool stuff. I don't know if it's that exact mechanic, but playing with how do things attrition, I think is really cool. Beyond just heavy weapon extra dice. So we'll see.
Not that I think white save armies are really going to be a thing anymore. I guess, but you're just looking at the core. But even then, that's not even that clear.
Some of these rebel lists, you can get like 13, 14 acts with good stuff that I'm like, this is good. I don't know. We'll see. I think we all have to figure out how do I handle this alpha strike with perfect orders that isn't on the board until it shoots me. But we'll see. I'm not sold that generic reds are actually that good right now because there's so many things that throw a lot of dice at you early, and you don't really care if you're 3 up or 4 or 4 up or 5 up save. But
especially when it gets around cover too.
Yeah,
it's a lot of critical.
Yeah, let me tell you, critical's great right now. Those T21 storms are awesome. But we're all over. I apologize. I'm all over the place. But yeah.
Hey man, this is a conversation. We were flowing.
No, we're good. We're good. T21 storms. I've been. I'm working towards Stormtrooper Battalion. I guess long and short of it.
Stormtrooper Battalion's going to be gross.
Okay, so I've been working on a bunch of Stormtroopers, and I've been working on a bunch of riots. So I've been priming that. I've been printing. We talked about earlier. I printed a finished Mitchum's ATT pretty much. It's in that box. So that's going to be great. So Mitchum's not done yet. But I printed a bunch of terrain. That's part of my table I've been working on. Some stuff for the Spice Boys table. I'm trying to get that done. I and Randy both got AMSs for our Bamboo Labs printers. Bamboo Labs, please sponsor. And it's been super nice for multiple reasons. One of which is we can print our POIs in color now. We don't have to paint them. Which, sorry, you lose the artist hand touch of us painting it, but it is so much better.
As a bonus, you also lose the artist's hand touch of us painting.
Yeah, I was gonna say. But yeah, I'm working on a bunch of stormtroopers and riots, and I've got them mostly primed. So I had some questions. What do you guys think if you were going to start Stormtrooper Battalion? Where would you start? Is Vader in the list?
Isn't that the question?
Moist troopers, baby.
Moisty boys. I think you probably start with. They don't get any specials.
They don't get any. Yeah.
Really?
Are you starting with Vader?
I'm not sure. I think the Vader's problem right now is he's kind of bad in the meta.
Yeah.
But he covers a lot of random issues you kind of have in that list. Like 7 core is just like Dooku licking his chops. But if they're like 4 of them are super core, you're like, I don't care.
Yeah.
Waste 2 turns swinging into my super core. Oh no. I think, yeah, it's a bunch of T21s, either with specialist or squads, and then probably a Callous Riot. And you build out all the support you need with your customs. And I don't know if I'm not sold on the Vader build yet.
So
that's a Vader problem, though.
I have questions. I don't have answers. My questions are, Vader's kind of like anti-synergy with the Battle Force, at least the rules. Because to get your extra aims, you need orders on the commander, custom commander and the custom operative. And Vader doesn't really do that most of the time. So we're talking Cs, we're talking trusted agent, like ways to manufacture orders, which still isn't great. And then also there's the search tokens that you're wasting if Vader's the nominated commander, because the customs, if they're the nominated commander, they get a search token, which sounds a little lame, but it's pretty cool if he's got Exemplar and you're throwing a surge out there, because that's a defensive surge, because everybody pretty much surges on offense. So
if you're list building, you need at least 2, or you need Cs or trusted somewhere, probably 2 copies with Vader, so you can top of round, especially on the custom that has the pistol for target 1 as well. You get 3 aims on the guy top of round. That's enough until you get the order token, which is so stupid. Like Empire with 3 aims top of round is so busted.
Yeah, that's really good. So the thing that stinks when you don't take Vader is your command hand is kind of actually broken. So if you don't take the operative, you have to take covert observation, which we all have feelings about that. That can sometimes be a negative. And then if you don't have vehicles and you don't have anybody else, you've got pinned down just in your command hand, and you have to figure pin down or what's the.
I think bikes might be really good in this list too.
Okay.
You can bring bikes.
Yeah, so you got bikes, or you've got. I was going to try to make double gaffs work, but I don't think that's so bad. I was looking at it and I was like, oh, this seems okay. And I was like, or I could run double lat and save 50 points, maybe more.
And do essentially the same thing.
But better, because you can put the TIE pilot on, so you can actually get them further on the board.
Yeah.
I mean,
and their gun's actually good, but it's 6-1 after.
And you can like put them on the map and stuff and go over things. But I may try to just force Gav just because. So, sorry. But yeah, I think Superstorms with a T21 be pretty spicy with aims.
I mean, is there a reason why you would bring Vader at all in this list? I know we kind of.
I think you bring him to cover your you're really worried about some of these like focus piece heavy lists that just like a Din, any Force user that's just like, I live to just eat core, and when you let me eat core with no problems, I eat core really fast.
Yeah. Okay. Because I mean, you're missing out on your whole special rule if you bring him.
If you bring C's and trusted, you're able to get around it on the turns that you don't have the extra order. Like, because some of these cards in new ways, the 3-pip, with the Master of Evil, you can get around.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're looking turn 1 probably not having the aim stack unless you're popping C's.
Which is fine, because they won't need it till they move on the board anyway, and then they have the aims once they get on the board. But also, I kind of agree. I think you just go as many stormtroopers. You either go for bodies with super or squads, or you go for specialists, extra supplies, and bring like 6 in a callous riot and say, every turn I'm throwing like 5 crits from each unit at you. Have fun.
Yeah.
It might be enough.
I don't know. I didn't have answers. I had questions. So
it's a slow list. The other thing, it's a really slow list, and it's really hard to have super slow lists right now.
Can I just run all riots with Callus in the squad and Gavs and Vader and just run everybody in? Is that a world I can live in or no?
yeah, but I can't live that way because I've been playing Wookiees for like a year and a half. So I need to do something else. Okay. I've been charging too long now at this point. So.
They just have the Wookiee problem. Like Imperial March helps, but they just have the Wookiee problem, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's too many objectives where you kind of get stuck on, I need you to hold a back point and do something. And here's a 75, 80 point unit that's doing nothing. Which feels bad.
Yeah, and you can make that a T21 specialist and actually throw just like crits. So.
Yeah. Or just, and you have the officers, but then the officers don't feel as good. Like the whole thing is the aims, and my riots are already like, maybe an aim feels okay.
Yeah.
But you should try it. I want somebody to run 7 riots. I want to see it on the table.
I had to buy 4 more boxes of riots.
Like, think about how cool that'd be with all those K2 droids running around. That'd be sick.
It would look
really cool.
Very cool. The coolness of the look would be definitely up there. You can maybe fit 2 Gavs in there, or 2 Lats.
It's probably good on breakthrough,
or on
it's a turn 0 list,
or on the
Vanguard
outflank maybe.
Outflank, yeah, maybe.
It's still really slow. That's the problem with the list, is it's really slow.
It'd be good on your vanguards, but I don't know if it'd be good on the other part of the map where you need to be able to shoot at what's coming in. Yeah.
And if you're blue, they can just play around your really fast vanguards and go do the other stuff and shoot all your riots.
Yeah.
I think this is not tested. Don't take this as word of law yet.
Or do.
How do you guys feel about on Vanguard? And I'm so far off the rails. I'm so sorry. We're gonna talk about Randy Hobby eventually. On Vanguard, putting something like speeder bikes as Vanguard, and then like running them towards your own safe points. Like, forget the contested point. Like, I'm gonna go contest my own points down here and get Vanguard points. I feel like that might be the play.
It's safe as blue player.
I think speeder bikes are the answer to most questions for me lately.
Yeah.
But yeah, what Reagan says is probably right. You can do that as blue.
Yeah, the issue with Vanguard right now is if you're blue player, you have to give so much information away to red player. So if you bring it in your deck and there's a good chance you're blue player, right? If you're playing it, you have to have stuff like a speeder that can like ask interesting questions of which POIs am I going to. If you just put it on like even like a Cassian super fleet, you're potentially liable to get nuked, and then you're like, oh no, or just played away from. Your opponent might just say like, have fun sitting on your single point. I'm going to play the game on the other side of the table. And it's kind of the breakthrough problem. Yeah, it's like if you have Anakin prepared positions and they go everything 800, 100, 1,000 points on the other side, you're like, oh cool, Anakin is scoring a VP. So I think the speed's important. I kind of like, I could see, I don't know. I think it'll take more reps. You really got to be comfortable in your secondaries if you don't have fast stuff. But like speeder bikes kind of solve the problem where if they need to be playing like Geos and just like diving into a back point late to score your point, you can. Or if your opponent runs away from you, you're like, cool, I have speeder bikes. I can go play the game still.
Yeah. I need to play that one. I need to see how like the POI distances are and stuff. Gotta see how I can bus cheese things.
The buses, I think, are actually really good. I think they're actually pretty good Vanguard units.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you can transport guys, right?
Yes, you can. Yeah. Yes, you can.
Okay.
Yes, you can.
So you can do 5 units on that side. Okay.
Yeah. That's the other.
And honestly, the way you run your lean buses, like you're not going to want to shoot them, but you're going to have to, which is just going to feed everything else in your list.
And you get to decide mid-turn, do I want these units to deploy from the bus, or is the deployment setting up that I'm going to activate them before transport? And they don't have to go on my side, giving myself options.
Wow, yeah. That's so true.
Vanguard's really fun. I'm excited if we get more things like Vanguard. or what? Sorry, I keep calling it. We all call it Vanguard. Whatever that thing is called.
Yeah, outflank.
Yeah,
Outflank.
I like the supply cache.
Yeah.
I think. I mean, I don't think clones want to play it, but I think it really gives a lot of help to Mandalorians.
You don't think Ahsoka can play it? She fast.
Yeah, that's a good
New
point.
Rex.
That's a good point. Yeah, that's a good point.
Maybe this was the secondary you've been waiting for.
Maybe that's what I.
So
Maybe this is what I
double
needed.
bounty hunters
Yeah.
would have liked playing it. Reagan, yeah, they'd have loved playing
I
that.
think so. It's it's kind of weird because they kind of go in that box between the bunkers. If you think of bunker assault, they have to go in that box.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm a little worried where I don't always just commit my bounty hunter to go running into the middle of the box.
Yeah.
But also, it's asking interesting questions, and it's making units that have action efficiency even better, which they already were really good. But I think Imperial March Snows are probably pretty good at it, just because of the flexibility you have of where you want to move.
Guidance will be pretty good too, just to get units either in or out.
Yeah,
and with that being a full action, so could you guidance to claim it?
I believe so. It's a card action, I think.
Yeah.
If I was on top of it, I would have it pulled up. But if you give me 2 seconds. It's a card action, so you can guidance a claim.
Yeah.
That's wild.
That's really good.
So it's not a free action to claim, it's a full action
to claim.
It's a full action claim.
Okay.
So I think hostage used to be a full action claim, right?
Yeah.
In the olden
supply
days.
drop, or not supply drop, recover supplies, was that a full action claim?
I think so, because
yeah.
when you didn't get to start in base contact with ID CAD, you suddenly had to move in.
That's right.
Which is good. These are cool objectives.
Yeah. I think a bomb cart comes back. It's probably just a moving POI, right?
It's got to be, right? That's the impression. They've hinted at we're getting these sorts of things back.
They could easily make bombing run a secondary.
Bombing run hostage. These all seem like very doable secondaries that probably are really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think breakthrough's probably the only thing we're not going to see come back. At least not in that breakthrough sense.
I think they made breakthrough better with how they have it.
Yeah, the new one makes sense.
The new one makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, the POI in your territory is more valuable. So yeah.
You didn't like the toilet bowl breakthroughs that we used to play together? That was so fun.
Man, what an interesting year of Legion we had there.
What are you talking about? I never played that list. I played Obi Commandos, so we played one mission, and it was key positions.
That's so fun. Thanks, guys.
Force Vaps, red player or blue player, win game.
I still remember we're on the olds. Yeah. I remember Thomas had a game at Worlds where they both just shook hands as a tie like 10 minutes into the game. They're like, neither of us are going to be able to get the other wraps. We're just going to stand here. If I move in, you're going to shoot me and I lose. So thanks for playing.
Yep.
But
Yep.
Shout out 260. I'm glad we've moved beyond those days.
Yeah. It's definitely...
We really need to quit being at tournaments when like Legion drastically changes. I
really like it. I prefer playing those events. These are the events I do well at. So
it actually is fun. It's a bit of copium having other people freaking out with you.
I get to claim that the reason I lost is the changes, even when nothing in my list changed. That's why I lost, though.
For sure.
All right, what do we got to see here, Randy? What's the hobby?
All right, what have you been hobbying, Randy? Now that we're
okay, I have 3 types of minis to show you. I have one that will not see the table, one that will see the table, and some that I did not paint myself. So
you don't got to talk about your Cad Bane like that, Randy.
No. It's a sleeper marksman. I'm a completionist of the box. If I don't paint it, it'll just never get painted. And maybe he's good for strike team commando because those will see the table a lot too. For whenever they do their guerrilla forces battle force. I don't know.
Whenever we get the real gorillas, like the actual mammal gorilla, that's what I was promised and I didn't get.
Oh yeah, like some weird Star Wars one that has like 4 arms or something.
Yeah, I know. I was ready for Harambe. Party like it's 2016. I'm way off. Sorry, Randy. Go.
Did I show my custom commander at any point? I don't remember if I
nice.
did.
I don't think you've showed him on the
That looks
cast, but
sick.
I think you've posted pictures
Yeah.
of him.
I did a Grok video of him, and he's just like multiple lasers are just flying out of his hands. And then I wanted to show off Grant. He came up to Oklahoma Open.
Oh
One
yeah.
of our awesome listeners. He gave us he gave me some cool X-1 gold and black Mandos. So I am blinged out. He gave me a cool Maul.
Yeah.
Oh,
Gold and black. So
Love that.
I will be running. If I'm running a Mando list, I'll have at least one set of gold Mandos in the list for sure. So thank you again, Grant.
There's a land speeder that he painted for
if
me.
you haven't met Grant, Grant's the man.
Grant was awesome. Yeah, I honestly, that was probably the best part of Oklahoma Open, is just finally meeting all these guys face to face and just meeting everyone. And
I got to meet him at LSO, so I knew
Yeah,
what you guys were
yeah.
missing out on.
And he won painting at LSO too. Grant is a fantastic
yeah,
hobbyist.
I mean, dinner on Friday night was fantastic. Torches was even better. The hotel bar was great too. So,
So
but yeah,
Did
this
we do
is this my
I got
spirit we
Yoda.
did. So
Matt got
you
two
got the clone
Yodas.
trooper on there too, driving the bus. I don't even want to paint my other one, so because it's gonna look not half as good as this.
And the great thing about Grant is that he has a beautiful Southern accent that he talks to you in, and I try to make an Office reference about it, and then I realized I'm old.
well,
I was like,
I watched
oh.
The Office. This you can't be
Okay,
that old.
good. I was just like, oh man.
Did we do an Oklahoma Open recap? Have you guys recorded yet? This is on me.
We
recorded so many things last week.
There is an episode of Going X-1 with Evan out that kind of recaps on his list specifically. And then here and there we've mentioned it, but I don't
If
know
we
if
don't
we've
hit on it,
dedicated-
OKO was a blast. Just, I mean, Mitch and the guys won't say it because they were the OTOs. Fantastic event, perfect venue. I think Evan hit on this on the Notorious Scandals episode. Just like, not for mid-size event, but mid-size event, right? 32 players, just perfect venue. Hotel was easy, food was walkable. It was awesome. I cannot recommend it enough. Very fun crowd. Dinner on Friday and Saturday was great. Like, everything you want in an event you're traveling to was there. So cannot recommend it enough. Prize support was excellent. I would love if my events were that well prize supported, but you guys just set the bar so high that Cesar and I have so much work to do. But fantastic event. Don't need to harp too long on it, but all around great tables. We had Dave there streaming.
Yep.
All around great. Wish round 5 had been more fun, but overall, I cannot complain about OKO. It was everything I wanted in an event.
Being neutral, I will say, that was probably one of the best walks from room to game, like where you're playing. It felt so close, like game room to elevator to wherever you're sleeping.
Despite 2 of the 3 elevators being broken down the whole weekend, but
classic. That's just like classic for any game convention.
Yeah.
Like the elevators will break.
I did take the stairs a couple times just to kind of work off some of the calories because the guys were keeping me well fed and well
lubricated.
Liquidated.
Yeah.
So
There you go.
Yeah, no, it was a blast. I really thought I was going to miss playing just because of all the people. There's a ton of people I wanted to play, but I think I had more fun hosting and just being loud on Saturday during the Ministrav stream. I don't know if anyone. I'm going to apologize for round 2, just because I don't know if anybody focused that well because I was just hooping and hollering. And then the OU game too was amazing, and I wasn't any quieter for that. So. Really looking forward to next year. Going to shoot for 48, I think. Yeah. Massive shout out to everyone that donated for prize supports. Dylan Disney, one of our locals, donated a ton of stuff. I'm so happy. Jerry's Game Shop donated a bunch of stuff. The Guild of Greyland as well in Shawnee. They donated some stuff. We got all of our custom boxes from them as well. So yeah, the price. I almost had too much price support to give away. I feel like I was annoying people, walking up to them like, "Here, take this. Here, take this. Don't play your game. Let me give you a prize." So,
I mean, I'll shout
um,
out Chase, who was the head guy over OKO, because he put a lot of the money back into the prize support. So I
yes,
appreciate that.
he did, which was
Um,
fantastic. Yeah, Chase has been awesome, and he put on a great event as well. So, and David for coming down and streaming with us was fantastic. I really thought that kind of elevated it to like another level. Just having him there and getting a lot of people on stream and just talking about it and stuff like that. So
The live show was a blast.
the live show was fun. If you haven't checked
No
that out, be
idea if
sure to.
listening to it's any fun, but we had so much fun recording it. So
Joe cleaned up the audio pretty good for the actual episode. Those mics were not able to handle Mitchum's booming voice.
He's too
Yeah,
powerful.
he got pretty
we
bad
weren't
at it.
helping in the audience. We were just
We
hooting
have
and
to figure
hollering.
out an audience mic somehow, because
Yeah.
Mitchum wants to talk directly to the audience while he's on the panel mics. So like people gotta be able to hear the audience. So, but it was a good first try.
Yeah, Joe did a really good job cleaning up. I think the live show is not typical podcast quality, but it is listenable if you
Yeah.
do want to.
I would say the only bad thing about the whole weekend was having to give the Texans the Red River Brian Cook Memorial Trophy because they won it. We tried to make a comeback there at the end, but no, it was unfortunate. But that's what happens when you have more Texans sign up than Oklahomans. So what can I say?
After 2 years, you guys win the Brian Cook Honorary Memorial Trophy. We had to do our part and get it back. But I honestly,
Part of the thing is like it's like reverse home field advantage, right?
Yeah.
Because like when we go down to LSO, you guys didn't have Thomas and Spencer playing, right?
yeah.
And then you guys come up here and I'm not playing. I mean, forget about anyone else that's playing. But
There you go.
Hey, Mitchum has won the trophy with just him and Brian. I don't think anybody else can claim that honor. So
That's true.
Hey,
that's true.
I don't
But-
need. Yeah, I just need
Well,
Brian.
I mean,
to play.
Brian can claim it with just himself. So
And that was the sweatiest I think I've ever been in an entire event in my life. It was trying to fight for that trophy at Dallas Open because
I
it came
cannot
down to, I think-
recommend enough weird things like that. If you're starting like, hey, how do I build a new 2-day locally? The trophy, like our traveling trophy with Texas Oklahoma, is so because as Mitch said, like when you're not on top table around 4 and 5, I'm normally like, yeah, let's have fun, whatever. But when it's like there's something that I'm playing for, it's so much more fun.
Yeah, I agree. And another thing too is best in faction
Yeah.
prizes or trophies. I think that goes a long way because during the whole 5th round, there was like 5 or 6 games that meant like, okay, if this guy wins, then he's going to be. I know because Reagan was sweating it with Thomas, because
We
Thomas
tied on
needed-
strength of schedule.
Yeah, they tied us. So I think Thomas got you on kill points.
Yeah, Thomas
Typically.
romps.
Yeah.
Remnant destroys so many more units
Yeah,
than
they just-
Double Bounty does. Let me tell you.
So there's a lot that goes into that. So you're still giving out to the best overall, but then the other 4 is really goes a long way as well to kind of keep the later games interesting for everyone. So
Randy, did you get your mercenary best in faction?
He did. In fact, get it.
I see it back there. Oh, there it is, tucked away.
He would have won it anyway. He would have won it anyway.
let's be honest. I was gonna bring this trophy home if I was playing or not playing.
Hey, Adam would have given you a run for your money, so you're lucky he didn't show up.
Why's that?
Adams,
Why
I
is
think,
that,
is having a baby soon. So
Oh,
fits with the X-1 Pro Life podcast. But
Yeah.
it's yeah.
We love life.
So we could have had more Texan wins at that point. Just really steamroll, take that trophy home, walk in your trap, take over your trap. But
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm gonna have the Oklahoma boys fired up for Dallas Open or LSO because
Yeah,
we're coming
you better.
back with a vengeance.
yeah, you need it.
We're
I'd probably be judging anyway, but you need it. So
good, even better. Because we're rolling up and beating up whoever has that trophy and taking it home with us. So
you'll try.
My goodness. Okay. Yeah, my the hobby.
Correct this
I
course,
have
Randy. Correct
I
this.
have 49 of 72 minis done. You may doubt me, but I will finish by the end of the year because I hate enjoying my own time. So
You need goals. As you said, you need goals.
Am I going to 52 this year?
no, surely not.
I think I can do it. I've done some Halo stuff. I don't know if that counts.
I missed the Matt goal where he tried to play 52 games in a year.
Yeah, that was old Matt. New Matt did not make that goal. So back in the day, man, I wish I could get 52 games in a year.
Man. Well, hey, it's going to be harder to get games in if they're going to be longer because apparently, well, let me back up before I get into it. There was Ministrav at Oklahoma Open. We reacted to it in an ill-advised way, probably, and then we got to talk with the Wills like the next day. Also, probably ill-advised on our part, but that was a fun time. Always, as always. We were very much scrambling to get our questions together. And then yeah, but they talked to a bunch of people, so there's been some new information that has like been dispersed via some content creators here. But one thing that really stuck out to me is that at Adepticon this year, they're going to demo the new Grand Army mode of the game. 2,000 points. Yeah. Oh man,
That's a lot of points. That's a lot of points.
I was trying to make like a 2K sports reference, but then there was the EA Sports song that came into my head, and so I was like, "No, I'm botching this in my."
Then
brain.
we're just getting sued by everyone, and then cancel the pod.
You're in the game, Randy. That's all that matters.
That's what I was trying to say, but I was like, I don't think that's right. What's instant reactions, guys? What do you guys think?
There's got to be a way.
Take a long time.
There's got to be. They have some plan to make this go a little faster, act wise. Because if we're all rolling up with 28 acts, it's going to be a while. I don't see how you can do that in 3 hours. So there's got to be some kind of either like unit size increase or something to speed it up a little bit.
Yeah, that's actually interesting. Base, points and base or something. That'd be cool.
Yeah,
base unit size.
Yeah, like force super squads.
Yeah,
I think that's interesting.
Super duper squads. I don't know.
Is this? How do I word this? I mean, there's no way we see like AT-ATs in this, like just specifically for this, right?
I think so.
You think like because like 2,000 that's a lot of points.
They're so
and, like,
big.
Didn't Armada do the Superstar Destroyers and those things sold enough?
Yeah, I think they sold really well, but they weren't to scale because it would have been like 5 feet long if it was to scale with some of the ships. But their scale was weird. Armada didn't have like a fixed. Like I feel like Legion has like this is how tall a dude is and this is how big the tank is, and like it all works. Like Armada was like, it's kind of but it was big though. But I mean, if they're doing true to scale, I mean, I've been printing this ATT, it's gonna be huge, and AT-ATs are bigger than that. So I feel like an AAT would be like 2 feet tall, wouldn't it be? It'd be huge.
Pretty cool.
Do you think they'll still use 6x4, 6x3 tables for this as well?
Probably 6x4, like the old one. It wasn't the old 2000 big point.
Was it 6x4?
Sorry, 1600 point game. I think it was 6x4, the old one.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
I think movement's the biggest problem with vehicles that big. But I mean, other games do that, right?
Yeah. Middle Earth has the Rohan or elephants in Middle Earth, and they're cool. I don't know if they're to scale, but they're cool.
I think you can take some artistic license with the size a little bit, as long as it's bigger than the stuff it's supposed to be bigger than. Then it's
I'm sure somebody on the Legion Discord will get them when they get that scale wrong. Though we'll be watching. We'll be eagle-eyed.
Oh man,
you could have some sweet Hoth though if you were like, because we have airspeeders. If we have ATs, we could be like,
that would be
do the thing with the tow cable, and
that's the vision in my mind, right?
Yeah.
Like the Echo Base art and the Blizzard Force art, like that on the table, I think, is like the Star Wars fantasy that Legion
Or
has
like
not
the
yet
first
been able
Battle
to
of
hit.
Geonosis, like in Attack of the Clones. That's kind of
And
what I'm picturing.
and they're heading towards that too, with all
Yeah.
getting all the sabers on the table.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Could we imagine Endor at 2,000 points? Maybe like 6 ATSDs and
Oh yeah.
all the Ewoks that have ever been built.
Oh
Oh my
yeah,
gosh.
that would be sick.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what other interesting things you do at that scale, but that seems to be the biggest challenge is just time.
The time thing,
Yeah.
but like, is there going to be some like? There's going to be some big dice pools too. So I mean, there's a lot I feel like to go into it. I'm interested to see because they said it's like a testing kind of environment.
They said alpha or beta version would
Yeah,
be
so
available
I'm
at
interested to
Adepticon,
see
so
what they've come up with, and then maybe how that changes as they get feedback. So I'm really going to gun for one of those demo slots because I'd like to get a feel for it. Because I don't think I'm going to know until I really get a feel for it and actually try to do it. And I'm sure they'll have
Yeah.
some cool curated lists. Maybe it'll be some sweet painted kind of like, oh, this will be a fun thing to have for the 2,000 points, and then we can kind of get a good little time with it. So it'll be fun. I'm excited. I'm excited for Adepticon too in general. So, but that'll be something I'm going to try to do.
There is no try.
Yeah. What would the Rebel equivalent, if we're doing like big units? What would the Rebel big unit be? Like they don't have like a big ground unit, do they?
I think we already said it. It's like 1,500 Ewok models on the table.
Okay. A bunch
Or
of
like-
airspeeders.
5 airspeeders.
Yeah, a bunch of
Yeah.
airspeeders. Yeah.
or
I-
actual log traps.
Could you get the skiff barge from episode 6? The little barge they're all hanging out on when they fight Boba Fett.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
Jabba's little flotilla.
That'd be
Yeah,
pretty
Yeah,
sweet.
that'd be cool.
Maybe not the
Barge thing
full
would be
one,
cool.
but some of those little ones would be cool.
Yeah.
There'd be a lot.
Man,
I mean,
there's so much stuff they can do still.
yeah. And the ATT
honestly,
might
too,
work,
like-
but I don't see it moving. Like it's so big. Like how do you move that across the map? I think that's my big hang up.
I think it's just on the table.
Yeah, it's just like stationary.
Is there a world where you could like make it where there's one base in the middle with like a big stick, so there's not like a base on each leg?
Ooh, I'm intrigued.
Okay.
Even
Oh.
though that 4 bases thing sounds kind of crazy, and I want to see that too. But
But I think that might be more playable.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So you play basically one leg of the AT.
No, it would be like from the middle of the piece.
be a giant flight
Oh.
stand.
Mm.
I see.
Yeah.
Interesting. Man,
There's a lot of don't know. I think there's too much to not know.
I mean, this is speculation on both.
Sure, yeah.
Random speculation.
I just feel like they're going for everything, so why wouldn't they, right? Because that's just
I don't know how much
that
an
is like the Star Wars.
I don't know how much an
vehicle.
AT would cost, but someone would pay for it. Someone will buy it.
That's got to be at least a $200 box,
Yeah,
right?
but $200 model. I mean, if it's going to be that much plastic, like it's going to be huge.
And we're all degenerates, and they're like, "Yeah, let's get that. Yeah, give me that."
Yeah,
Mm.
that's airbrush territory for sure, though. I don't think
Yeah.
hand painting that sounds awful.
yeah.
I'm gonna brush paint it.
Yeah, if it's coming in gray, it's done.
2 thin coats.
Wash it up, call it good.
I'm interested to see what kind of different missions they do for this too. Like if they just scale up the ones that we already have, or if they add some new ones.
We
or
gotta
they
do a shield
Can we
generator.
get
Gotta do a echo-based shield
Some
generator.
sort of narrative where it's not just 2,000 versus 2,000 would be a cool space.
Mhm.
My father, who is a Army vet, always complains that it's always a meeting engagement, and you never have meeting engagements. So maybe we get something else. But I think there's a narrative play. If we're gonna do 2,000, Give me some sort of campaign
Yeah.
feel.
I like that.
Would be
That's
pretty
a
It'd be
cool
cool to
implication
work
for
up-
Tours of Duty,
Like,
too.
yeah,
Yeah.
Tours
Yeah,
of Duty
that's what I was gonna
building
say.
up to like
Work
a
into that.
the turning point equivalent is like 2,000, but maybe not 2,000 for everybody, depending on how it went.
Yeah. And give me like, hey, I build a 2,000 point list or a 1,200 point list, and I'm my attacker defender. I'm intrigued. That's what I want to see.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I've been saying it for a long time. Give me Empire of War, the board game. I mean, or the minis game. I mean, let me attack Kashyyyk. Let me attack it in the sky. We'll play Armada first or X-wing,
Why'd you have
and
to
then
say
we'll go
Kashyyyk?
down.
Why are you attacking
I'll invade
Kashyyyk?
to play it. That's the first thing that came to my mind. It's the most recognizable.
Why is
First thing that
Tatooine,
came to Kiadi
Endor.
Mundi's mind, too.
The Wookiees.
why would you?
Uh,
This is okay. This felt very targeted. to me.
Sorry, I was just relating to my favorite Jedi ever
Kiadi Mundi.
and his 5 heads. So
So, speaking of Wookiees, Matt.
Yeah.
How do you feel about what the Will said about Wookiees?
I think it's probably good. So, and maybe I'm coping, but they said, points first, then maybe other stuff. So maybe that's on the table. Maybe that's Battle Force stuff. Maybe that's Wookiee Trooper stuff. I'd like Battle Force specific things that could be easily done, or like more easily done than like changing the Wookiee card itself for all Wookiees. Because like keep it in the Battle Force, give me some little boost. I mean, the move is cool, but I just feel like I'm getting blown off the table most of the time. So it's like, cool, I get to make my free move with my one Wookiee model I have left after I just took 10 wounds. So
Should that just be a speed 2 move? Since you can't charge attack off of it anyways?
the not charging off of it really stinks. So really where I really started to feel bad about Wookiees was when Guidance got nerfed. And I know why Guidance got nerfed for other things not related to Wookiees, but not having the out of activation charge, the out of activation relentless felt pretty bad. And it's just in general, because it was one thing to like Yoda, I'm guidancing free moves, I'm double guidancing, like I'm getting Wookiees in dumb places, and some of that's pre 2.6. But just on the 2-pip 2 to give like Chewie or a shooty Wookiee or even a melee Wookiee like relentless, and to be able to guidance them and to get the free shot out of activation, it was just super fun, super duper fun. And obviously that's not a thing anymore, and so all my movement shenanigans with Yoda feel less fun. Guidance is not always the thing I'm doing, which I think kind of doesn't feel great. I feel like guidance is Yoda's thing. It'd be like if pull the strings, you weren't pulling the strings because there was a better thing to do with your character. And it's like, well, that's kind of my whole my bag. Like Yoda's got guidance trooper, like that's his special, or guidance in general, right? Or is it guidance trooper now? But it's like that's like his thing. And so to not be doing that, I think I probably did it like 3 or 4 times all tournament at OKO, which doesn't feel great. So, I mean, a lot of time you're just doing Yoda stuff. Either you're Luminous, maybe you guidance on that turn. Your 2-pip, you're not wanting to guidance anymore because you're trying to double relentless for yourself. And then, I mean, your 1-pip, you're trying to hop around in their backline, so you're not doing it then either. So, yeah, is what
Can
it
I
is.
ask a Wookiee question?
Yeah, what's up?
We talk about points. They had hit on maybe arcs need some touches. I know the Wills had talked about that in the circuit. Is there a way to fix Wookiees points when they're kind of the same thing as arcs? Like they're either more efficient or they're less efficient than
Yeah.
arcs. And if you make them more efficient, I just don't bring arcs. I bring Wookiees.
Mm-hmm.
And if you make them less efficient, I just bring arcs. Arcs have the token generation benefit.
Yeah.
But I think as a community, as you fix them with points, we'll just figure out one of them is better at melee threat charging than the other.
Yeah,
I
agree.
I just don't see a world. The arc change is cool. It feels super thematic. I really like new arcs. But Wookiees are like, there's not a way for them to feel like they're either going to be more efficient or less efficient than arcs.
Mm-hmm. No, they're really similar. And that's why I was thinking maybe something within the Battle Force to kind of not give up on, but like
or command cards.
Like it's tough.
Yeah,
Force
there's stuff
cards.
that's not points that can make that happen.
Yeah.
And they both don't really care about Pierce already. Like the Wookiee saves, like Fighters have raw health, Arcs have impervious.
Yeah.
Like
there's a game which they didn't shoot at Yoda, which is why I didn't roll my first block on saves till like round 4, and they were just shooting me the whole time. Like, it just doesn't happen sometimes. Like, their defense
Yeah.
is their health. So, like, I don't even roll expecting saves. Like, if you shoot me, I'm expecting in my mind to just take whatever you just hit me with, assuming I don't get a cover roll. So, I don't know. And then, so that their naked Wookiee is 9 wounds with non-surging white saves, and then an arc is 4 wounds with red saves. So that's, 8 effective. We're not counting cover. So it's like they're close right now.
They're basically the same unit, right?
And arcs generate
of
tactical.
points.
Arcs have a better range 2 shot. Arcs have
They
more.
usually bring a medic.
Yep, they bring a medic. They have more synergy. And an arc at 90, Wookiees would have the battle shield, and they're, I think, like 96.
And even if
right.
they're like 75, it just gets to a point like, oh, suddenly the Wookiee's better, and let's take the Wookiee because they're doing the same thing.
Honestly, the one I think the melee Wookiee I think is a lot closer. The one I think that's really bad is the shooting Wookiee. Like a bowcaster shooting Wookiee, nothing else on it is 103, which is kind of ridiculous.
They're a 260 casualty. That used to be an interesting pool.
Yeah. It's not
a sharpshooter and all.
It's a very spiky pool. Like, I was playing Brian Bear, and I just put in 2 consecutive Wookiee shots. I put 6 into one ATRT and 5 into another ATRT, and then next 2 rolls is like 1 hit, 2 hit. And it's like super unreliable. So it's not how you want to play a game, because it's like, I'm just going to take pot shots, and then like I overkilled ATRT because I like put 5 into one, and then I put 6 into it the next time. It's like, cool, I wish I'd have any kind of idea how my rolls are going to be, so I could have like shot another ATRT with that. But anyway, it is what it is. I'd like some maybe points. I think points could help the shooting Wookiee, just as far as it would free up stuff in the list. It would not feel as bad taking a 103 point 12 wound unit that just takes.
And they're an interesting spot because it's a range 3 Pierce pool that you don't have in clones. So if you could price that in an interesting spot, like
I think
that to be really true.
I think I do points on that. I don't know about the melee Wookiees. They're in a weird spot. Maybe something with the heavy. I'd like to see battle cards, but I don't think that's probably going to happen. Battle cards or different special role.
A print and play upgrade.
Yeah.
Like a print and play. Here's this ability that we don't want to add to the card, but you get to keep all of your other slots and add this one. Like
Yeah. So you guys were talking about things beyond points. We also see they don't really want to change unit card keywords anymore unless they're changing like the definition of keywords, but they're really leaning into, here's a new upgrade, and if you don't have that slot, we're going to say you can take this upgrade anyways, right? So it's a way to change the card without necessarily changing the card.
Mm-hmm.
We got some in April, right? And then we just got these 4. It was 4. Cassian just flips. That's why I'm saying 5 cards in my head. Unit upgrade, guys. So I assume some sort of upgrade pack 2 is coming in the future.
Yeah.
When, I don't know. But do you like that? It seems like a workaround of the design they inherited, but it seems to at least be effective. I prefer that other than just saying, well, you're stuck and we just have points. So
yeah, that's cool. I mean, all the units are cool too. Like the Cassian thing's super sweet. The Callus thing is, I really like the Callus thing. I think I'd love to throw that in a riot squad and drop that thing out of a ladder gav tank and see what happens. Just the mobilize too is pretty nasty.
And I'd love to run that out of a lat.
Yeah, and then it has, and it's additional too, so you get your extra K2 droid, so that's like a 7 health unit that's potentially surging when it gets engaged. Like, it's super sticky. It's throwing down immobilized. Like, what was the points on that? So K2 with Imperial March, I think it's 68 for Riot Squad with the droids. So then you add another 28 points on that. So 96 point unit, 86.
Yeah, that sounds right. 96.
Yeah.
So anyway, and that'd be, that's pretty good. That's Value Town if you can immobilize something. Get into.
I think it's very funny that it goes on the riots most of the time, and you don't even need the extra heavy. You already got 2. I'm not putting the marks on.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't need to give me the extra heavy slot. Every time I put it on, I chuckle a little bit. But
no.
Yeah.
And this guy's cheaper than the marksman Callus is, right?
I think so.
So I think they know.
But what a power move if you take the marksman, though.
I actually think there's a world where the sleeper one gets cheap enough that it's extra dice and you just do it. I just don't see a world where you take it on the riot.
Yeah,
It's a black die. You're like, yeah,
that's
I don't care. It's a
fair.
black die. They have the problem with the Wookiee, like the same thing. Eventually, it gets so good that you just take it.
Mhm.
If the marksman ever is cheap enough that it's good, you just take it every time.
And then Randy's talking to 7 riots with marksman shots, and then it maybe actually starts to get a little bit annoying.
So like maybe it's good when you do like 2 auto wins around with your 25% shot.
Yeah, so who knows? But yeah, I think they've got something planned as far as like RE Wookiees. I'm gonna wait and see. Like I said, sadly the Wookiee box is gonna go in storage for a little bit while I, try to do Stormtrooper Battalion, and then we'll revisit in April. Maybe I'm buying more Wookiees at that point. Who knows? Maybe I need 4 shooty Wookiees because they're so good. But
that'd be cool.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I like the shooting Wookiees. I ended up using them quite a bit. I don't think they're good, but it is fun to spike a 7-hit Pierce 1 roll with Sharp and then just blow something up. It's not fun to roll. I full blanked after my aim as well. So, it's like, duality, man. I get both ends. So ready for some stability, some nice red saves, critical guns. So
yeah.
And any of the upgrades perk up to you, Mitchum, or anything you're looking for in particular?
Well, I immediately I was drawn to Rex, obviously. I think, unfortunately, I think the best thing on his card is that he's 2 wounds. But I still want to run him in like a super squad with a shotgun because it'll be 4 black or 4 red, Pierce 1, and 11 black. And then if I kill something, I'll be able to do a free action. So I don't know. I'm not. I like where they're going. I like the design space because you can add a command slot to a core unit. I still don't know which one you bring. Maybe vigilance, but
I don't think you bring it.
that's
I just
kinda
don't
what
think you
I'm
bring
thinking
it.
too. Like,
There's a way to get a courage bubble out of it with inspiring presence, which is kind of funny. But
sure, that is funny. I do like that it's a better way to give my core courage 3 with 5s and Rex. The extra training slot is super nice because then you can bring O pushing into the fray, which is awesome. Which I like. But yeah, the command slot, I don't know. I get why they did it, but it just seems kind of weird because it seems like there's not outside of improvised orders. It seems like there's not a lot of command upgrades people are bringing. So, and maybe that could change with an upgrade pack. We're talking about. I know we got all these new like squad leaders. That's what they are for clones. But this new upgrade pack 2 could bring all new training slots and gear slots and grenades and stuff like that. Could completely change list building. And that's half the reason I like this game is because it is so diverse and unique and stuff like that. And when you add more stuff to the overall pool, it just makes it better, in my opinion. So to give people more things to tinker with and everything. So I don't know. I like the direction it's heading. I think it's the right step and it makes sense.
Yeah, and it lets them be a little more agile if there's less of a process on cards. Like and that's maybe another big pro of like the art going away. Production stuff aside, I think it's like you don't have to get art approved. You don't have to get that stuff printed out. You don't have to do all that. Like you can kind of like make a card. It's an upgrade. For rules text is approved, whatever process, and then we can just send it out to print and play, and we're done. Kind of thing. So,
one note on new Rex: if we get more card action claims for secondaries,
that could be really
new
good.
Rex is pretty busted.
Yeah, that's a good point. That is a really good point. And again, there's so many factors that go into what makes a unit good and bad besides points. Like, yes, if something is cheaper than one thing, then you're going to take the cheaper option most of the time. But yeah, if that is true. If we get more of those, then yeah, that'll be really good.
Like you could just go kill a supply drop unit and then claim it for free, and it's really good. It's pretty scary.
Yeah. And then if we get more
So-
missions that are more Wookiee focused and just running towards the middle, I mean, imagine if we got 3. I mean, what's your favorite mission? Close the pocket with Wookiees?
No, it's the breakthrough one.
The breakthrough one?
Yeah, it's not close.
Okay. Yeah, what if we get 2 more other missions like that, and then you can have your full battle deck just totally... Yeah, I don't think it's going to happen, but,
I'm good. We're good, LeBron. I'm good. I'm good. But
I was curious why Rex isn't an arc unit option.
It's
an
not.
arc trooper.
he can't have impervious. We've established Rex will never get impervious.
Okay.
But Ahsoka could be in an arc squad.
Well, she can get impervious. That's fine.
I don't know. It just seemed like that would be cool.
No, I agree. 100% on
It
theme.
makes a little
That'd be
more sense to
awesome.
me there. Also, I was expecting Scout. I was expecting you to give Scout to the unit.
Yeah.
I would love for him to have reinforcements, but hey,
Scouting party or Scout?
Just Scout.
Scout.
Because
If he had scouting party, I would
Let's
never
go.
take normal Rex.
Let's go.
The main guy gives scouting party,
Yeah.
but then like his little unit upgrade, he gives.
I
his little
mean,
Scout.
They kind of gave you a Scout every turn if you kill something.
Right.
Yeah, but if you're killing something on deployment, then you're
Sure.
cheating.
Yeah.
Or someone dove that Grievous real hard and way early.
Recon intel on a super squad, your threat range is like 4 and 4 inches. Like, there's a world that happens. I'd have questions of why your opponent let you shoot your super squad at him, but like, there's a world.
There's always somebody.
Yeah, it seemed. I mean, after we have. I mean, Fives has a bunch of keywords. Ahsoka has almost every single keyword in the game, it seems like. And then he gets command slot, training slot, and then his one extra turn. It just seems like, it feels like there's something missing, but I don't know. The extra wound is nice, I will say. 2 wounds is great. And that's more, because Callus only has 1, Cassian only has 1. But Callus and Cassian's abilities are, for right now, I think they're better.
Cassian's insane, right? We don't have to. You already ranted about Cassian.
Yeah.
Cassian's
What's going
insane.
on? Is it Kraken? I feel like Kraken's the one I don't hear anyone talking about.
Oh yeah.
This means Kraken's winning worlds, right? Because we all
right.
Get
Yeah,
stuck on
that's
whatever
what
the
I'm
flashy thing
assuming,
is.
right?
Yeah.
We have a bad habit of that as a Legion.
Whatever's clowned going into worlds usually does it. Or
Let's see. I have it.
the meta doesn't win.
It's just the Cassian. The problem is he loses AI. So he's basically Cassian. He has 1 wound. He's a melee to 3, 1 black, 1 white.
Yeah.
The problem is like you lose AI, and like so much of Separatist right now is having AI to trigger all my cool keywords at AI, which is design space
AI
to
good.
the side. It's really cool of like a B2 keeping efficiency as attritions. I think it's less cool than fleets keeping it as a attrition because B2s already do that. But maybe you don't put it on a B1 ever, so it's a B2. Sorry, I don't say ever. I don't know why you would ever put it on a B1.
You just really want to use that.
You
red
want
cannon.
a unit to attrition to get this ability, and if doing that on B2s is harder.
You just
I think
put
Super B2 with him is interesting just because like you can really throw it in a Force user and be like, I don't care.
Yeah, you just put it in the spot where they have to
How
hurt
did
it.
Callus? How is Cassian the cheapest one of all these options? By the way, I've just now noticed that.
This is a great little tangent for cross faction comparisons only make you sad.
That's
We've talked about that. That's like the theme of the episode. We
That's
talked about that with rookies too. I mean, because how do you balance Wookiees in Rebels and Gar and Wookiee Defenders? Like it's 3
I
different.
don't even want to think about Rebel Wookiees. Sleepers are just so much better. But
Yeah, I know, but is that healthy? Like
Yeah.
you got sleepers, and then you've got Rebel Commandos, and you've got Wookiees.
I think if you make
you have sleepers.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. What do you
make them mercenaries so you can take less of them in the factions. Then you can make them better.
You just make them super cheap.
And then if you want to run a bunch, you have the battle force still.
Probably a great fix.
That's yeah. If they tweak them too hard, then yeah.
I mean,
think
that's essentially what
job
Ewoks are, right?
Yeah.
They're super cheap, but you can
Yeah.
only bring so much in faction.
Yeah,
Less, I don't
that's a
know.
pretty good fix. I like that. I still think the Battle Force needs command cards. I still think that would help.
Oh
a
yeah,
lot.
oh yeah, for sure.
Or make the Wookiee bag command cards better. I mean, I think
Gunji
that
gonna
too.
come save them all.
Give me Gunji, please. But no,
We hit bounty hunters before we segment.
yeah, that's bounty hunter up. What do you want to talk about?
They talked about bounty hunters.
Oh my gosh, Cad Bane down 7 points on the gauntlets. We're back, baby. We have supply drop. Like we're so in. We're
Playing
so
Legion
money.
1.0.
The funny thing is, they only did 7 points and they did supply drop. So I think it might have been they're like, hey, we're going to wait and see how good he is on supply drop.
I want to share. This is a Rob Rowland take. Mowgli on Discord. This is not my take. I'm not smart enough to think of this. He fixed Cad Bane for me. You make all of Cad Bane's command cards divulge command phase. And so you can divulge the card during a command phase. You don't have to play it. You get all the cool effects. You can play your normal command card. And you get the Cad Bane. You don't even have to give him an order then, but he gets his cool effects. And I think that just fixes Cad Bane.
You told me about this before. I think that's just a cool design space in general to get more
Right.
use out of command cards because we're limited to only playing 5.
Right.
Pretty much now, right?
Yeah.
So I think that's just interesting overall. But
I think
yeah,
that just fixes him. Not my idea. Rob Rowland, get trademark, copyright.
I'm not even smart enough to understand how that would fix him.
You get his keywords. He doesn't have to get an order. And you get to do an actual. So in Shadow Collective, right? You get to play all your good Maul cards that you need to play play Shadow Collective Maul.
Yeah.
But Cad Bane still gets to have shoot twice or drop his suppression bomb.
Oh, okay. I see. Just because you divulge, because a lot of his stuff is
right.
I got it.
So you get the effects. You keep the 2 dodges. You don't have to give him an order.
Yeah.
And I think that probably does it. It makes him interesting enough that I would spend a couple months playing him. Otherwise, everybody else is good. I don't know why they need points changes. Like who would Boba's busted, Din busted. Like I don't know what the issue is.
Do you think Bosk is good? Do you like Bosk at 105?
I think Bosk could go down 10 points.
Yeah,
like
100%.
He just hangs out and shoots and maybe does the munition thing. No,
there's just a clear delineation line of certain heroes that haven't got the 2.6 discount that the new units are coming out with, and that the initial run of 2.6 reworks got. And there's quite a few bounty hunters in that list. There's, I would say, 2 Mauls in that list.
Bosk is a vestige of an old game, right? Like 4 crits Pierce 1 used to be awesome. And it's just not interesting anymore.
Yeah. Still pretty good.
It's fine.
But it's not like, whoa.
Yeah, if I had a nickel for every time Randy played the stupid slot machine game with me.
You'd have 2 nickels.
I have like 100 nickels.
Honestly, the more impressive thing is the double shot and putting force suppression on somebody at range 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The worst part.
Honestly, maybe the divulge thing just needs to be a thing of bounty hunter command cards, because I mean, Boss kind of lives in that same realm where, like, man, this feels real bad to only order Bosk.
Mm-hmm.
And you're only playing standing orders like 2 or 3 times a game then, which is fine.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a trade-off you're making. But
I like that. I think, I like that.
In serious notes, Boba also probably needs 10. I love playing Boba. I had so much fun playing Boba up in Oklahoma. He's so precise of what he needs to do to be good that it's sometimes really hard to justify the 140 points he ends up being when you bring his out goodies.
Gosh, that's so expensive.
But he's sometimes worth it. Like sometimes he is that good, which I know might be heresy. Like I promise you, sometimes Boba is that good.
His command cards just seem so from a ancient bygone era that are just like
the rocket feels rough.
I love the rocket. I opened every game I won with rocket, and the only game I lost, I didn't play rocket. But which is probably the right call, regardless. That would have been a stupid play for a second.
Yeah.
But
the flamethrower feels so bad.
his flamer's not terrible. Like you can get a flamer with a pierce on it, just like Din. It's still like you don't play the command card's gone. You just have to bring his upgrade.
Yeah.
And like it's 1 red spray plus 2 black, 1 pierce 1 isn't bad. You can also split the fire, which is kind of spicy sometimes. If you're trying to like finish off stuff and kind of go split there. But yeah, Boba's real issue is like even when he's 15 points cheaper, you just have to be really specific about what you're doing with Boba. He's very precise. If you try to play him like Din, you're going to be really unhappy. So points make that more doable. But I like the design space because he's very much like reminds me of old Legion Force user. Like I have to do what I want to do.
Did you run his whipcord at all?
Oh,
Okay.
baby. I haven't watched my stream from Saturday night, but I heard Mitchum didn't like my whipcord. So
Phrasing.
I didn't even think about that. Apologies.
Sorry, Reagan's mom.
But no, the whipcord is insanely good when you can
The
make it a
whipcord is
0
really
pip
good,
and it's a
yeah.
free action and like, oh, that's a cool Luke you have there. I'm just going to go turn you off in round 2 and you don't get to dive.
Yeah.
Mitchum is a little bit of a hater, if we're being honest, though. That's not.
Oh, it's okay.
Well,
I deserve all of it after Randy's
I
stream
don't
game
like
at
being.
LSO.
I don't like being tricked. Okay, that's not accurate. I don't. Yeah, that is accurate. I like being tricked.
Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice.
Yeah, I came here to play my Ahsoka, and if you're going to deny me a whole turn of not being able to do anything with her, we're gonna have a hard time being friends.
Hey,
So-
But Reagan's okay. So.
if you get her killed, though, you're denying yourself multiple turns.
Well,
Like,
that's
you
true.
don't do anything with her.
That is a skill issue. I can't help that. So.
But yes,
Oh,
you should play
man.
Boba. Boba's very fun. He probably needs 10 points or so, or make like the flamer free. That's a big one, honestly. It's only 5, but it feels good, and he's just always going to be very much a very precise. I need you to whipcord. I need you to score bounty. I need you to like sit on a point.
So your Din and Boba end up around the same point cost, right?
Yeah, they're within 8 points. I think Recon's the difference between them because I have
how does
Recon on
Din
Boba for the
feel
rocket.
compared to Boba? Does Din feel really good?
Din's. So we talked about like Din's one of those. He's kind of like a budget force user of like I just want to eat core. Din just wants to eat core. The nice thing with Boba Din is Din doesn't have to play with your force user. Like normally in your Din list, if they have like a Dooku, you almost like, hey, I got to go be annoying and like sit on your Dooku, try to threaten your Dooku, make him waste his force push or whatever. But like when you have Boba, you don't have to. So I get to go sit on your core and just flamer 5 black or 3 black 2 red pierce 2, just pick up squads. Din's really good. He's one of the more like if Boba is this like very precise piece, Din is just a hammer. You like run into the scary stuff and start killing it.
You think
and he's
Din's
really
good? No point change for Din?
I'd be really mad if they made Din cheaper because he's already really good.
Yeah, he's probably the one bounty hunter that's right.
He feels really
He's
good.
fully 260. He's just like built for. I want to go find a POI that you're sitting on, play my 1 pip to dive it, just throw a 2 aim shot into you.
Yeah.
We talked a lot about him on stream, David and I did, and like really the only bad thing is that he doesn't have a way to disengage or get out of melees that he doesn't want to be in. So he can be tied up, and then that kind of throws him off. So you still need to be a little scalpel-y with him, but yeah, his whole card feels so good. I mean, everything about him feels great.
And his 2 pips good. His 3 pips bad. Don't bring Whistling Birds. Whistling Birds is bad.
Hear that, Dylan? Hear that, Dylan? Don't bring Whistling Birds.
Sorry, Dylan. It's like a fun thing. Like, I'll bring it to a local if I want to have fun with it. But no, his 1 pip's amazing, and the 2 pip is sneaky good when you bring like if you don't need to burn the flamer on your dive turn and you can dive something you want to just whack and melee. A 2 pip where you're going to go melee into something, kill it, and then flamer gun something is insane value. Din's really good. I think Din, as you guys hit on, like he doesn't want to sit in something he doesn't want to get stuck in melee with something, but he's also only 130 points. It's not like when I have like, my Vader that's immobilized or something and stuff.
Yeah. True.
So I don't really mind. Like at the end of the day, if you're like, oh, I'm gonna play a whole turn to stick Din in melee, it's like cool. I have 830 or 870 points to play with. So I like that there's still downsides to Din. I can't, like as you said, I can't just run him into a single unit leader that's sitting next to him that can tie me up next round. I thought they were fun to play. I tell people should mess with Boba, Din, and Empire. It's a really fun shell. It lets Boba and Din do what they're good at. I think Thrawn, what we've seen, might make it pretty spicy, but we'll see. Got to see the rest of that kit.
Yeah.
So I'll stop ranting about Double Bounty. But yeah, Din's really good. I hope they don't mess with Din. I'd be pretty bummed if they do. I could maybe, as we get more Din content into the canon, I'm sure there's other stuff they'll want to do with Din, maybe more command cards or something. But
I think we're gonna get Din on ATRT eventually. He rides one in that Mando trailer. I feel like that's just like prime, like prime for the taking. Did you guys know IG droids were in this game?
I thought they left the game when we went to 260.
Yeah, I've heard about them.
I felt like they were getting run a lot there, right at the end of 2.0, but
they weren't bad. But it's just it's just,
range 4 Pierce twice is spicy.
Do they just need to go down?
Probably. They have the problem, right, where they're kind of like IG-88 is kind of a core, like in terms of damage output. He's a good gun with Pierce, but he's way more than an Empire. At least I'm thinking of an Empire. He's more than an Empire core. I think he can only go an Empire. When he's like, significantly more than my T21 squad, why would I take IG? Especially when he's slow enough that scoring bounties hard. It's not like Boba and Din where I can versatile gun my way with some silly season to like score it. I don't need to keep. I'm talking too much. I apologize. But 88's fine. He's a core, and he's a little pricey for a core. 11 probably has play somewhere. Pull the Strings was so big for them that Tarkin might just like bring them back.
True.
Yeah.
I am a little sad High Command's not coming out for Adepticon.
Yeah, I think we're just stuck with droids superiority for Worlds, which sucks. But
okay, hey, that's something we said we were going to talk about. What's the play? How are we? What are droids looking like now after points changes? And what are we
like they did before?
I mean, if you look at Evan's list, it's literally he dropped a Geo and added a V1, and that literally.
I think he dropped like 2 more nothing upgrades, and that was
2 more nothing upgrades that were like nice to have. I mean, it still feels like there's a lot of meat off that bone he could shave down to still get the 13 acts that he wants, the perfect activation, and like everything. I mean, it's just and what Reagan's been saying too. He's not even bringing the best upgrade on the custom commanders.
Not to say Evan's not smart, but Slice Comms is so good, and I just like anytime you bring a super tech without Slice Comms, I'm happy.
Now I will say that the turbo overclock thing. I mean, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, he made use of that devastatingly. There's multiple reports
bring both, but
okay. So what? Okay, maybe this is an impossible task. Maybe I'm asking too much of you, Reagan. But you have the big brain. For each faction, what's something you could do to try to counter this? So like,
okay, so if you think of the strength of Evan's list, I think there's 2 big things. The first is you have a turn 1 alpha where nothing that matters gets shot at until it shoots you, right? Because they're all off board, they're all fast moving stuff that's going to shoot you, whether it's Aqua's infiltrating, Staps moving, Greg, whatever. So if you want to play it I'm out of threat range, you're basically like on your board edge. If that, some of them have threat range beyond your board edge. So you can't even, if you sit 2 inches from your board edge, he's won the game. You're going to have to run into his guns round 2. It doesn't matter. So you have to have something that can mirror that alpha. So the reason, right, he talked about Brian's land speeders is so scary is that can mirror his alpha. He can hold them, not get shot at, and then drop a bunch of dice. So it's more expensive now with the whatever astromech, but it's still the same shtick. I'm going to throw 8 dice, 24, 32 dice over round 1 on you. So you either have to have an alpha that can do it, or like Isaiah and I were talking, his Obi Worlds list might have play just of like, I can just tank your alpha because I'm Obi-Wan, and then I have all this stuff that can start one-shotting bikes Reg, Aquas, that sort of thing. The other thing is it's fast enough that when you spend all this time dealing with his alpha, even if at the end of round 3 you're like kind of there, he's had Geos and Sunfact that can go play the objectives better than you, that you like you either have to definitively win the alpha or tank the alpha and have objective play. I think armor might be a thing. So like something like Tempest play, which is super boring. I actually think the double ATSD triple bike's probably better than triple ATSD because scouting bikes with strike and fade is stupid. But stuff like that where you're like, he's got a bunch of dice. Like you guys saw in my stream game with Evan where with Cohesion, he was wasting like mega attacks to kill one model. Not super sustainable for the whole game, but having things like armor that can like slow down. Okay, Staps did 2 crits. Who cares? I'm going to roll into that. I do think double AAT in the mirror might give it real issues because those AATs are just picking up a bike round 1.
And Grievous's dodges don't
time
do
for
anything.
double sabers to shine.
And if you get the Grievous with the dodges on turn 2, you could just turn the tanks and then barrage, and he just goes through.
Blasting them.
Yeah.
So I think Rebels play is land speeder and other things. I think you need to think about alpha. I think buses are interesting if just you're able to hide your stuff with your buses, and he shouldn't kill both buses. The 3 Staps might kill buses, and then you got Aquas rolling for crits. I don't think they do it, but so that's how I think about it. Is when you're thinking about that list, how can I either mirror an alpha or build a list that isn't super worried about the alpha, whether that's with line of sight blocking, whether that's with armor, whether that's with my own Obi-Wan stuff. I think that's where I'm starting to think. And I think something like 212th, I don't think 212th is like top table good, but it brings a lot of things that are annoying, like Evan's list. Right? Part of Evan's list thing is it has so few troopers that matter. So when I have Boba Fett, my like big trick with whipcord just doesn't matter because I can't whipcord vehicles. So I can't bubble wrap in vehicles. I can't whipcord vehicles. So I think it's a really good list. I think it's going to take a little bit of time to like think through the rock, paper, scissors that it's creating in meta. But those are my initial thoughts. And you need an alpha that can mirror that, which I don't know if there's an alpha that can, or you need to have other tricks that let you handle an alpha, be mostly intact, and then start deleting X really quickly. I think there's some objectives too. Like I got stuck on intercept versus him, which is just probably his best objective, and I'm just terrible at it versus him. If we had been on like recover, I think there's definitely play because I don't have to be contesting round 2 in these very like middle of map objectives. So that's the other thing where I think in both the stream games were intercept round day 2. So that's just like at its best. That's what it's getting. But yeah, if you're going to play it, pilot it at its best on its best stuff, you got to have those tricks in your bag. I don't know if I explained that well, but
yeah,
that's what I'm thinking right now.
It seems to really punish like the popularity list of like, I have a bunch of stuff that shoots range 2 that I want to run in round 1. And on top of that, it sounds like some of the new missions we are getting are going to favor not having just those Russian range 2 units. So Evan's list might just be kind of ahead of the curve of the meta that's coming down the pipeline anyways. And everyone's just going to have to wait for the rest of their tools, but we'll see.
We were talking earlier. I kind of think it might. So we talked when 260 dropped, it was all throw everything into the middle as fast as you can. And then we got to this new meta where it was more like, hey, I don't want to throw everything into the mixer because we figured out there's pools that can punish that. And so we kind of got into that, but a little away from it. And then Evan's list punishes those because he can control the threat bands better than all of these lists can control threat bands. So I wonder if like some of these Black Sun builds where it's like, I'm going to bring 6 Black Suns, 2 buses, some bike swoops and say, here's all my stuff. You don't have enough dice to deal with all of this. And I'm going to one-shot whatever you give me. I think there's play there. Like something like Cassian kind of fits that model of like, cool, you killed 6 models. I'm still going to go like one-shot a stab. Bad trade, but that style of list might be coming back in vogue. Because once you kill the Staps and the Aquas, there's not a lot of stuff left in Evan's list. It's just really hard to do that when they get to shoot the stuff that can kill them and not take return fire. So that's what I'm thinking right now. I haven't solved it. I think Stormtrooper Battalion is interesting because it's so you can do so many bodies that you're like, oh, Staps, who cares?
And you can pump crits in if you're in T21 Storms on a Stap because the Stap's got the agile, but they're going to fold if you get crits through on them.
Yeah, and that was arguably, like, Evan was just smart and didn't give me T21 shots, and the order control's so big. Like, I had to go with the snow early because he has perfect orders. I don't. So I think it's a really fun list. I like the style of play it's encouraging of. It's thinky. I don't love the style of play when I haven't thought about the list before, but I think as now we're getting into like, hey, digesting it, figuring it out, it's asking cool questions and bringing interesting things into the meta that weren't there before.
Yeah. I'd be interested to see cheaper Remnant into it with all their darks, because there's your things that are heavy and can withstand the attrition, and they can shoot back pretty good.
Right, like Thomas's triple Remnant list
Yeah.
that somehow got top Empire. I'm not angry about it, I promise. He's been playing that for about a year. I feel like we've seen it so much, but that's something that I think is interesting in that same fold of like, I can kind of be cagey too, and throw a ton of damage at you. I think the other thing I think Overwatch might make a comeback if we get a lot of this Evan list, because if I have a Super Shore with Overwatch, you don't want to put a stab in range to shoot me, because there's a solid chance I one-shot that stab.
Yeah, is a standby castle interesting into that? Because all that stuff is at range 3, right?
Yeah, like the cheap Gideon and Krennic, you can bring 2 standby command cards. The units around them are cheap enough you can get away with it. I think you need to play other matches because that standby castle might just get dunked on by some other things.
Mm-hmm.
But I think, I don't know, I've thought the last few months, I think of the game as predominantly turn 1 and 2. Not that that's the extent of the game, but your list needs to have a very clear 1 and 2 plan. And Evan's list has a great turn 1 and 2 plan. And so if your list doesn't have a plan for his turn 1 and 2, you're just going to lose before your cool stuff happens. Like when Justin played, right, his Dooku, I think, was dead round 2. Which isn't to say he didn't have a plan, but like that's Evan's list. So I want to take all your tricks away before they get into the game. So I think you got to have a great turn 1 and 2 plan and play as if that is the game to get to round 3 where you get to play the rest of the game, which sounds really negative in gatekeeping. I don't think it's going to play out like that as we think about it. But like even some of those super squad clones, like standbys make sense to me if you bring Overwatch. Like even if you bring a Yoda list, your first activate, your round 1 Yoda can move guidance to another standby. That's fine. When you're throwing a bunch of dice at them.
Yep, I'll go out on a limb. That list isn't going to win Worlds. I don't think Aqua Grievous is going to win Worlds. I think we'll have it figured out by then.
13 act AAT might double AAT. That's really scary.
I
can
think
do that.
Whoever counters the list that counters that Grievous list is going to be the, because it always Worlds always seems to be won by the person who counters the counter.
Yep.
Yeah.
I also think we might just be in a spot that double slice comms is so oppressive and the other CIS stuff around it is really good that whoever figures out the double slice comms build is super tack with mobility upgrade, slice comms, and arm cannon, and seek and destroy. It drops 5 suppression around. That might be good enough that you can bring other stuff to deal with the alpha, and then other lists, you're like, here's 10 suppression on Op Luke. Thank you for your asset token. I win.
Yeah.
Which is really negative. I'm trying not to doom, but I think that list is just that unit is so busted.
Oh yeah, you can't play your secondary. Sorry.
Yeah. But no, you're right. It's the list that counters it. I don't know what that list is yet. And I think if you build too hard to counter Evan's list, a lot of the other good things will dunk on you. It's a part of the problem. Sorry, I'm ranting now. But Evan's list makes Force users so irrelevant at times. There's just nothing good for them to do. So as you're building counters to Evan's list, I think at times you're making a list that's very susceptible to Force users because your list just, if you bring a Force user, it does nothing versus like Vader right now feels terrible because these CIS lists are all vehicles. Vader's lightsaber into Aquas feels bad, into Staps is hard to get off.
We saw it with his game against Justin. Dooku just got ate up.
And even if they
before
survive,
you could do anything,
what am I going to do with it? Like, it's hard to deal with any of the stuff I want to deal with a Force user.
There's too many targets.
Maybe it's you can't lock them all the targets are hard to kill with the lightsaber, which again, huge strength of his list. That's what has me excited about 212. I think you can do similar things with that. It's probably a lesser version of it, but you can do similar things. but I think that's the issue. I think if you can find a Force user list that counters Evan's list, there's probably maybe it's the Obi-Wan list, because I think a lot of people now are going to stop thinking about Force users. Boba probably is dead in the new meta if Evan's list is meta, because everyone is bringing cool stuff that doesn't get whipcorded and depend on Luke and Dooku killing a bunch of stuff. So wow, that was a deep dive. Didn't mean to go wild
you're- that's-
there, but
Very good. We'll start bringing the ship in the harbor though here. We got a ton of stuff, but is there anything that stuck out in your guys' minds that we did not hear? Like, man, I really wish they would have said, not like, here's some Night Sisters, Randy, but like, like, I mean, I guess Matt, it still might be Wookiees, not to bring Wookiees up again, but like, just like the thing that's like, man, I wish they had updated that,
I wish they
guess.
had, and this isn't their fault. I wish they talk about how they have limited dev time. So things like our characters are being brought back as they can get to them. I wish they had time to hit all of them at once. I think that'd be pretty crazy if they could, be like, here's our character balance patch, and then just go and hit every character that feels kind of left behind. I feel like that would add, and maybe they do that as they are released. I honestly don't know, but that would have been cool just to see. I think because there's still stuff that is not left behind, but it hasn't been refreshed in a way that feels a little 2.6 or feels like we're straight into second edition now, I guess. But like,
I'm not letting 260 die. 260 forever.
But yeah, like, and I understand why, and I know they're getting to it as they come, and they are a business and they need to sell new things. So that's gonna be the thing they do. And then, like, because if they were just like, hey, no releases for 6 months, we're gonna rebalance the whole everything we left behind. People will be like, hey, what the heck are you doing? Like, you got to release new stuff.
Mean, we kind of almost went through a year.
Yeah. So
I think I kind of the same vein of what you're saying, man. I mean, I think we were all kind of so shocked that Moff Gideon got the massive points drop that he did, but I mean, I think it's all part of what they said so long ago that they want more characters on the table. That's when they made Asajj cheaper, they made Rebel Ahsoka cheaper, and so they're just going through and slowly doing that to kind of bring all the characters down just so they see more people. And I think we all kind of forgotten that a little bit, which it feels kind of at this point in the meta, it seems weird, but it's not something that is out of left field. Like, they were always going to do this. So I don't know.
On that topic, can we just get the Battle Force orgs for regular of like 1 to 4, 1 commander minimum, and we get more heroes? Then I get to bring all 3 commanders or 3 operatives. I think that would be huge.
I agree.
Add another command slot to Wookiees, please. Thank you.
Again with the Wookiees.
Right, but like when you're playing clones, you're like, I just want to bring Rex and 2 commanders, and I can't, which might be a good thing.
It
but
hurts.
if we want to get more units on the table, I think that's the fix for a lot of units. Rebels, I want to bring 3 operatives.
Clones just need more operatives. They should have.
It's getting fixed now, but that's been the thing, right? It's like we just have commanders and we don't have operatives, but now we're starting to get some operatives. But
right, and 1 to 4 probably starts to mess with. Like, I think that's an easy one that I've been expecting to come after they kind of devved it with the battle forces. That I think would be an easy fix. But.
Yeah.
What about you, Randy?
I think there's still some vehicles that just like airspeeders. I don't know what you do with them, but I'd like to see them like be effective,
on
I guess.
Table.
Again,
I understand why it's tough.
Immobilizing vehicle or units do that. Like, if I could immobilize troopers in my butt arc, whatever's not whipcord.
I mean, if you hit me, a human, with a massive tow cable, I will guarantee you it will probably take me a brief amount of time to like reorient to myself before I can like move effectively. So I don't think that's that far out of lore.
I won't be going anywhere. That'd
be cool.
Speaking of vehicles, I would like to see changes to the Saber tank. either. I mean, we saw 15 points down on the AAT. You know,
Yeah.
Saber
we
tank
got
needs more
212.
dice. It doesn't hit hard enough. It needs dice.
I don't know is that it? Like, do they need to make the weapons free? Do they need to add more hard point upgrades to make things feel unique? Like,
It's still the same card that was designed for being able to like guide and standbys and stuff on it, and
yeah,
it can't anymore.
yeah. No, I agree. And that base is so big, and now like terrain is better than what it was as far as like movability, but like the silhouette on that thing is still not very tall, so it still has a hard time getting around the table. It doesn't have strafe like the ISP does, and it just an outmaneuver just feels really weird on it because like we don't have exemplar anymore. So how do you
Right,
get
same
dodges on
thing.
the thing? So
And it was
yeah,
old exemplar too. It was designed around. I had 3 dodges sitting around that I could throw on it.
exactly. So it's just like I don't know. It needs something. I think points is a start, but like, and now that maybe Plo Koon is coming, maybe the commanders of the tanks can change. I can change those up a little bit or
Give
something.
it 2
But
shield tokens,
yes,
and it gives you the old effect of ignoring crits.
yes, yes.
No, I cannot abide giving shields to sabers when you take them away from my buses. That is not okay.
I'm sure. Yeah. I just mean, it's so built around an old way, and the card just hasn't caught up, which I think is fine. There's lots of cool ISPs are cool. Lats are actually kind of a thing in Gar, but
It's so funny because the ISP card didn't change at all, but like
right.
it's so much better in 2.6 than it ever was in Legacy
Yeah, the
Legion.
cover
They
changes
move
to
so good.
fixed beam.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
And maybe you just give, if you made it like 2 red or 4 black instead of 2 red on the saber beam, maybe that fixes it. But
That's sexy.
yeah,
Yeah, I don't
I'm
know.
just throwing ideas out.
There's space there, and hopefully 212 does something. Maybe if you run 2 of them and like, but it's going to be so hard to fit 2 of them in your list because it's like what base? It's 250 points.
You can fit 3 at 9x that are kind of interesting, but I don't think it's good.
It's just hard to get your value out of them.
Yeah, because they don't do enough damage.
Yeah,
and if they did,
I'm sure there's an upgrade. Yeah, it'd be amazing.
Yeah,
sure. Yeah,
then it's
that's
like
the problem.
Yeah, that's the balance. It's kind of like the airspeeder. It's like you want it to not fold, but if you make it a unit that can be exposed and not fold to fire, then you have a really difficult unit to deal with.
Yeah.
So,
but
that's why I'm not balancing the game. I don't have to.
Yeah,
That.
like,
I can just complain. I don't have to. I don't have to actually fix anything. I'm not complaining, by the way, either. I understand where they're at, but but I can just offer commentary with no actual having to have solutions.
I would still like them to add more back on clones. I would like to add them. I know we've been on a huge Jedi kick. I would still like to see them add more like name clones. I mean, we got Boyle and we got Waxer, and it seems like that's it. Like, I mean, there's still so many more out there. Like,
did we really get Waxer though?
Wow,
does anyone play Waxer?
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen Waxer on the table.
Which is fine. I don't need every unit to be good. It's cool he's in the game, but
the only time I've talked about Hound and Grizzer was when I was arguing in Galaxy at War that I should get 2 character points for killing Hound and Grizzer. I think that's the last time I've talked about Hound and Grizzer.
Can we pitch Moisty Boy clones? Maybe some Moisty Boy clones.
I'd love some clone cadets, just cheap white save.
You would love to kill some more children. I see how it is.
Hey, you know what? I like to slay the younglings, not younglings. The younglings. So be careful with that. It's close.
We did our part, Mitchum. We tried.
I really like the whole like Empire thing of like we're gonna have stormtroopers with capes. Then we're gonna have stormtroopers in the sand, in the snow, in the mud. I'm down with it. I'm not kidding. I love it.
They're the U.S. mail service of
it's like you have
core.
It's like you put a stormtrooper somewhere else. Give me a new unit. Give me a keybird. I'm down. Put it in a battle force. Like the Min Min battle force. That's a buy for me. Like I'm 100% gonna try to run whatever that is, whatever that ends up being. Like I don't know what comes with that besides mud troopers and wet weather stormtroopers, which is a correct name. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, but I'm down. I'm ready.
Hey, you know what, guys? Now that I looked up what discipline does, maybe that's important with all these sliced comms running around.
I'm gonna put my face up on my clone core unit for that single suppression. You got me.
You know, you put yeah, and then you give lead by example to Rex, and
Quad
yeah,
Death
there you
Troopers
go.
is a thing with disciplined, I guess. But
Wow, you
I think
figured
they're
it out,
disciplined.
Randy.
Hey,
I
I
did.
would
I cracked the
run
code.
quad death troopers.
I think they might be kind of a thing, but we'll see. We'll see.
Well, cool. Man, there's probably a lot more we can talk about still. I think.
Yeah, I think that's where we're at.
Like we didn't really even talk about like that much of the future stuff other than Grand Army. But
There's so much, and they've done so much that I'm just at a point where I don't know what they're gonna do, and I have no idea, and I can just like make stuff up and throw stuff at the wall. But it's like I like not knowing. Like this is like I don't know what they're gonna. Like, they can go any direction. There's so many new characters. We said Trench, but we had no idea, and that was kind of a like I really thought it was gonna be Janko. So it was cool that it was ended up Trench. I mean, I guess that
we
makes.
just ruined it, Matt. We said Django. That's another week. We gotta wait till Django comes out.
Sorry, boys.
You
Reset the
No,
counter.
I appreciate Will's reasoning that he's a mercenary, and so like he shouldn't be in there. But I mean, Savage is also getting a mercenary card, and he's in that box, right?
I agree that he's a mercenary, but Darth Maul wasn't even alive when the Clone Wars started. Like he was dead for 10 years, or he was dead. He was falling down a hole for 10 years. Like for CIS, he has no
Qui-Gon Winn.
He has like no affiliation with CIS for Clone Wars. So, I mean, we're not entirely consistent. So it's okay. That wasn't them, but it was
Agreed.
it. Jango Fett was there at the start of the Clone Wars. Was he a mercenary? Yes. Was he there? Also, yes. So
He was
Very briefly.
there. He was definitely there at the start of the Clone Wars.
he was there the whole time. I mean, he's so. But you know, it's fine. I'm excited. Whenever Django comes out, it's going to be sweet, and they have to do it. I mean, even timeline out the window, they have to make Django Fett at some point. So it'll happen. I've now moved to no Gungan. Hashtag no Gungan. Don't give me Gungans.
Kravik is going to be so sad.
Don't give that. Give me no.
The first rule of Gungans: you don't talk about Gungans.
Yep. So maybe I'll bring it up every week to keep pushing it back to hold them off. So
hold the line.
Yeah, but either way, I mean, I'm too deep into Empire at this point. Like I'm financially committed. I've got
right where they want you.
Close to 100 core. I'm having to paint. So Stormtrooper Battalion is going to be a ridiculous amount of Stormtroopers I have to paint because I have none of them painted. And I was working on 6 boxes of snows I've been painting.
I cannot wait to harass you in hobby harassment now. Thank you.
You know, a man can only paint so many white armors until he starts to crack.
Airbrush.
Man, I don't have an airbrush yet. Hopefully it comes in around Christmas. I put it on my list. We'll see what happens.
See what Santa does.
Yep, see what Santa. Santa might bring me one.
Well, cool. I think I'm going to call that an episode.
Yeah, Randy's ready to get out of here.
I want to yell one. LVOIS is back. LVO Invitational Series.
Oh my gosh. Did we not get into that? Oh my god.
You're good. Just want to give it for anyone that survived this podcast. If you're in your community and you're like, wow, I miss Worlds Invites. How can I rectify this? Check out LVOIS Legion. I should know the website for this. I think it's lvois.com.
We'll link it.
Yeah, lvois.com. We have all our info up there. We're on the Discord at the LVO Las Vegas Open in October every year. We do an invitational. If you've won an LVOIS event, you get an auto invite. You also get points to qualify just for showing up at these events and placing. But check us out. Last year we had I did some math even for this, Randy, and you almost let me not use it.
I don't know what happened. We were going to talk about this up front, guys. You guys threw me off in hobby harassment. You guys started talking about
immediately hopped off the rails on hobby harassment.
Yeah.
We had 1,374 participants, not unique, but over our events last year. About 1,400 if you include the event. Let's go to 2,000 next year. We had about 90 events. Let's push that over 100 again. If you have questions, ping me on Discord, RCD2, or check us out, lvois.com. Would love to have you in the fold.
Absolutely. And if you like playing on clocks,
Oh, we did. Yes,
which a lot
we
of
had
us do.
clocks at LVO. So you can do it at your events if you want to. We have full floor guidelines. So if you're running an event, and even if you're not in the LVO, you're like, hey, I'm not super comfortable with like, what do I do if somebody rolls too many dice or they do the wrong model? We have all that written out for you. We have clock rules if you want to start dabbling with chess clocks. At the Las Vegas Open Invitational itself in October, we use clocks. The highlight of the event this year for most people was using clocks. It was awesome as a TO. I don't have to be that guy. But
there was a streamgram, I think, with why can't I think of his
Imperial
name?
Goldfish.
Yes, Imperial Goldfish.
That was a streamer, but Florida Austin, yes, he had a game where the other player, he ran out of time near the end, but the other player like still pulled it out. But like there was so much tension in that game as a viewer from the clock. I think it's cool.
Yeah.
Like,
and you get you know if you don't finish, it's because you didn't use your time. You don't need it for your local play night. Feel free to practice with it, but huge fan of clocks at super high level competitive stuff. And it's a great, the other lost plug, you can do one event every 3 months at the same store. We really like it locally. If it gives a reason to have, is this a serious tournament where I want to like bring my good stuff? Or is this a, hey, we're hanging out with the buddies local, I don't want to bring my sweaty stuff? It was a nice way to kind of set expectations locally of like, what kind of event is this? But would love to support your event. Jerry's Game Shop has prize support as well. You can purchase like a tournament kit, branded LVOIS, cool goodies. You'll get an invite card like we used to get. I have mine somewhere. I don't know where I put it. But yeah, would love to have you guys in the LVO Invitational series going forward.
Yeah, it's great.
That's my only selfless plug. That's all I got.
No, and I apologize if we didn't put it sooner.
Randy, this was so fun.
But yeah, so make sure you go. We'll link the website. Make sure you submit your event. It's literally all you have to do. And then you have this extra incentive and resources for your local event to spice it up a little bit.
And we have a big calendar for it and stuff. Folks can check out your event, see what's going down. And you get to feel a little bit better than everybody else when you say you qualified for LVO. So
yeah, and it's cool seeing your points on the leaderboard and stuff like that.
Yeah,
it's neat.
If you need a goal, as we know, Randy's very goal driven. You love goals, so
I gotta feel things, people.
He loves collecting points like a little goblin too.
Yes. Okay. Well, great. Thank you so much for listening to this podcast and any of our other ones. Unless you're a first-time listener, then we hope you come back for another one. I'm saying so many things. But just thanks again for listening, and remember that X and O is just a game away. See ya.